You know what time it is. Time to talk all things high school football right here from El Dorado, Texas, where behind me, the El Dorado Eagles and the Ballinger Bearcats are going at it for a friendly little scrimmage. Now, right now, it's JV, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, Ballinger's offense looks very, very special. It is a big series, but this opponent in particular, you haven't lost a game to them in over 2 years, so what's it going to take to bring home another dub, another set of dubs this weekend?
Yeah, that's a great fact.
These are my cowboy boots, and what we're seeing right now are the Wall Hawks putting these boots to Anthony's bottom. It is boots to bottom right now. It is a very, very bad showing right now if you're an Anthony Wildcat. But if you're a Wall Hawk, like many of us are here in West Texas, hey, this is a beautiful sight to see. Only your significant other is prettier than the sight that we are seeing right now here in Wall, USA. One of those athletes I actually caught up with before the game, and he told me, Damien, I want to hit 3 home runs this season. He told me he wants to start that trend tonight. So, Bert, you already know what I did. I had to get my glove because just in case he does go yard, I need to come home with that ball. And I think that's probably a little bit of an understatement. We got Eye of the Tiger playing. We got everyone working on their head movement. Even me, it's kind of motivating me. Next thing you know, I'm slipping and rolling. They beat their rival, the Mason Punchers, last week, and they flat out punched them in the mouth. A 28-6 victory, and they're looking to replicate that this week against a great Brownwood program.
We start with the visiting team, the Miles Bulldogs. Their biggest key for success has got to be stopping the violent run game of the Sonora Broncos. Now, how do they do that? Well, they're going to do it by winning at the point of attack. You see here, whether it's those in the trenches or the linebackers behind them, they have to meet the running back at an angle and make that tackle.
They shoot 70.2% from the restricted area and 44.3% from the mid-range. That's significant because those are both top 8 percentages in the NBA. So this is a proven commodity for Boston that they can win from those 2 areas, and they will break your defense down. Angelo State kicker Brad Larson is the active career leader in field goal percentage out of all 3 NCAA divisions. But even with success like that, his why goes beyond the game. What you see on Saturdays is just a sentence in the book of Brad Larson's life. Every time he steps on the field, it's a reminder of how precious life is. Because all of this could have been non-existent after Brad was diagnosed with megakaryoblast leukemia just 10 weeks into his life.
God wrote me out a plan. He put me on this earth for a reason. To go through something like that, it definitely changes your perspective on life and what it means to be alive.
His parents didn't know how to react to the news.
I don't think that it could be any more devastating. They gave him 25% chance of survival, which they kind of said they were being generous with.
The reality of their toddler battling a life-threatening illness forced them to ponder, how could this be?
I don't think there's anything harder for a parent than see your child sick.
They always believed their son would fight through it and he'd be here today.
You know, with faith and prayer, you know, I did believe that God was going to save him and that, you know, he was going to do something special with Bradley's life and give him purpose.
Ready. At 10 weeks old, the trajectory of Larson's life was forever altered. But in his eyes, the grace of God, along with the structure of his parents, developed him into the man he is today.
We've went through a lot. My parents went through a lot whenever I was going through chemotherapy. They kept believing in me. They've supported me all the way.
Larson kicked cancer through the uprights before he gained consciousness. Now, he's giving back to those who are fighting their own battles.
The support, the money, the research will help out a lot of families. They're going through something that my family and I went through. So it just gives me the opportunity to help others.
For every point he scores this season, donations from Larson and his family will be made to cancer research.
Every time I step on this field, you know, it's an opportunity to help my team, help out other people, help families with kids who have cancer.
And that's what God's called us to do, is to serve others.
With every kick, the Larson family is reminded of how precious life is.
It means a lot to me, and given the opportunity that I can come out here and do something like that, it means a lot, and I thank God for that every day.
Oh, that's money, dog. That's money, baby. That's money.
You can donate to Bradley's cause by visiting alexslemonade.org and searching Kicking Cancer with Brad Larson. At just 9 years old, Jay the Nightmare Barron has loads of potential in the sport of boxing. And now he even has a shot at more history when he competes at Nationals.
In like 2-3 years, I could probably be Canelo.
Jay the Nightmare Barron may only be 9 years old, but in less than a decade, he's accomplished being a 2-time Golden Gloves champion and will now be representing the 325 on the national stage.
It makes me very happy, you know, I started putting on gloves when I was 2 years old, and then me at 9 years old, going to nationals, it's crazy.
Every great boxer has a great trainer behind them. For Barron, his Freddie Roach is Concho Valley native Hector Govea, who couldn't be prouder of his protege.
Double up on it. Double up on it. Let's go. That's what really makes him the boxer that he is today. It's all him. I'm showing him a little bit of what we all know, but it's him putting all that work and effort into this.
A lot is riding on the shoulders of this 55-pound fighter, but Coach G isn't worried about it.
First person ever here that's been to nationals, you know what I'm saying? So he's putting on a lot. It's a lot on him, but I mean, I believe in him. He's been working hard.
With the hard work comes moments of reflection that brings the up-and-coming boxer to tears.
I sometimes do want to cry, you know, because my coach travels all the way over there, you know, sometimes just for me, and then I put a smile on his face just for winning.
Behind the tears of joy comes ferocity in the ring, and I had to see for myself what Jay's opponents feel when the leather gets swinging.
1, 2, 3.
Luckily for me, taking punches from the 9-year-old Nightmare isn't in my future, but both Jay and his coach believe their future together entails professional boxing competition.
I just started January last year, so it's really a good thing that I really see myself doing.
Pro champion, bro. If he stays at it, I told him, look at Gervonta at 7. He started training. This kid started training 5, I want to believe, 5 or 4 when he started training. And he got brought over here, and you know, we're taking that next step, pushing it. And when he turns 11, man, he's gonna be cold. He's gonna be good. The Nightmare and his team will be traveling to Wichita, Kansas in the coming weeks to compete for the national crown in the 55-pound division. May 5th marks 43 years since pro wrestling made one of their first pit stops at the Taylor County Coliseum. Even cooler, I found the original flyer for the event. Rather than have you squint your eyes and try to see it, I actually enlarged it for you on your TV, so let's go ahead and roll that tape. Now, the Cowboys are in a 4 wideout set against the Rams' cover 3 defense. The Rams will be focusing on not letting anything go over their heads here. For Lance, you'll see the edge win his rep and nearly get to him. A beautiful deep ball. Let's have a quick moment of silence. Look at this. Oh my goodness, absolutely beautiful down the sideline. Permian Garcia is gonna link up with Tyron Williams for another score. And he is gone. That looks like Miles Austin back in 2011 for my Cowboys fans out there. Now, second quarter, Bears down 10-zip. Mark Rippon, no, his son Brett Rippon slings it to Colin Johnson for a 20-yard touchdown.
Now, this game for the Bobcats is a big one. It's their first game in district play, but even a little bit more special is this is the game that the San Angelo community deemed to be in honor of their fallen teammate, Brandon Garces. This competition is all about conditioning. I've seen a lot of these young athletes getting tired, settling for jump shots and all that stuff.
14-year-old Jaime Palazuelos is much more than meets the eye. When he's not playing Elden Ring or practicing the cello, he's taking names at the USFL Youth MMA Nationals, earning his 2nd national championship title.
Making my town pretty big, it's a good feeling to have. It feels pretty nice to make something so small bigger than what it really is.
At Jaime's genesis into the world of mixed martial arts, his family had no idea the heights he would one day reach.
That was not part of the plan. Like I said, when we started, it was just after-school activity to lose weight, and that was the main thing, you know what I mean? Because the way his doctor described it, that he was getting borderline diabetic.
Since that moment, his father has been the leading motivator behind the up-and-coming MMA prospect we see today.
My dad, he saw that I was pretty good at it, so he kept me in it, and he's been helping me stay motivated throughout my whole experience.
But the foundation for his success, something he and his father agree upon, is his loudest cheerleader.
his mom.
He just makes me so proud. He really does, and it amazes me. Just watching him and watching him grow, doing something he actually is very passionate about. Like I always tell him, man, I'm wherever he wants to go travel, I will raise money, do what I got to do to take him where he needs to go.
Cage fighting is a ruthless profession, but according to Jaime, it's the support he receives that in part makes it so enjoyable.
Everyone supports me, and it makes me really enjoy the experience as well as enjoy succeeding in it.
With his family and community's continued support, 2 national titles is only the beginning.
Trying to get as many belts, as many medals, as much fame as I possibly can. I try my best.
The now 2-time national champion is currently in training camp for his upcoming bout in Milwaukee this June, as he hopes to qualify for another world tournament in Indonesia by year's end. In San Angelo, Damien Bartonek, Fox West Texas.